Ghana is facing one of its toughest economic challenges in recent history, and at the center of public debate lies the $400 million National Cathedral project. While envisioned as a unifying symbol for the country's Christian majority, its stalled progress and financial implications have raised pressing questions about priorities and governance. Today, we explore the complexities of this controversial project, examine its historical and cultural significance, and ask, can ambitious national projects like this coexist with the immediate needs of the people? In 2016, then-President Nana Akufo-Addo announced plans for the National Cathedral, a project he described as a personal pledge to God. It was intended to be a national landmark, housing Christian events, a Bible museum, and a space for worship, a grand vision for a nation where 70% of the population identifies as Christian. However, the project, initially promised to be privately funded, has already consumed $58 million of taxpayer money. What's left to show for it? A large crater in the heart of Accra on land that once hosted government offices and judges' residences. For many, this raises concerns not only about wasted resources, but also about the prioritization of projects in a time of economic hardship. With inflation at 23.8% and the country recovering from a $3 billion IMF bailout, many Ghanaians question whether this is the best use of limited resources. The tension highlights a deeper issue. How do governments balance long-term cultural aspirations with the immediate socio-economic needs of their citizens? The Cathedral project has drawn both support and criticism, highlighting a divided public. Supporters see it as a necessary reflection of Ghana's identity and faith. They argue that a national landmark of this scale would not only solidify Ghana's Christian heritage, but also attract global recognition and tourism revenue. It's about leaving a legacy for future generations, some say. On the other hand, critics argue that priorities should lie elsewhere. After all, why build a cathedral when many Ghanaians struggle to access clean water, affordable healthcare, or quality education? Even among religious leaders, dissent is growing. 5 trustees have resigned, citing financial concerns and lack of transparency. Contractors have also halted work over unpaid fees, leaving the project's future uncertain. The divide reflects a broader issue facing many African nations: how to reconcile spiritual and cultural aspirations with the practical realities of governance. Faith undeniably plays a central role in African societies, offering hope, resilience, and a sense of identity. Projects like the National Cathedral can serve as powerful symbols of national unity and ambition. However, grand ambitions must align with practical realities to be truly impactful. Across Africa, there are examples of large-scale projects that failed because they overlooked the needs of the people. The National Cathedral raises the question of whether now is the right time for such a venture. Imagine the impact of reallocating the $58 million already spent to critical sectors like healthcare, sanitation, or infrastructure development. Effective governance must prioritize empowering citizens before pursuing symbolic aspirations. Additionally, the land used for the cathedral once housed vital state buildings such as government offices and judges' residences. This has led some to question whether the location itself, in the heart of Accra, was the best choice for such a project, given the long-term impact on urban planning and public services. Newly elected President John Mahama has stepped into this debate with a promise: an investigation into the cathedral's funding and management. The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice is set to lead this inquiry, tasked with uncovering any misuse of public funds. Mahama's administration has also indicated that the project's continuation would depend on significant restructuring. The government has emphasized the need for private funding, cost-cutting measures, and potentially relocating the project to a less contentious site. These steps could be an opportunity to restore public trust while ensuring that the cathedral aligns more closely with Ghana's current economic realities. This investigation is a critical moment for Ghana. Its outcome could set a precedent for how large-scale projects are managed and communicated to the public, not just in Ghana, but across Africa. The question remains, can a project born out of faith and ambition be reshaped to better serve its people? The National Cathedral could undoubtedly become a unifying landmark, symbolizing Ghana's resilience and faith. Or, in the worst case, it could remain a reminder of what happens when vision outpaces reality. As Ghana navigates this debate, it also raises a broader question for Africa. How do we balance the pursuit of ambitious, culturally significant projects with the urgent needs of our people? For Ghanaians and Africans more broadly, the lesson is clear. Dreaming big is important, but those dreams must be grounded in practicality and accountability. Symbols of progress are only meaningful when they reflect and serve the priorities of the people. What are your thoughts? Should Ghana complete the cathedral or redirect resources to more pressing needs? Let us know in the comments section as we explore how Africa can build a future that truly benefits its people.